Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, it's Jonathan from the Howard Hospitality Group. Welcome to another weekly Vending Live. Joining me tonight, I've got, of course, Matt from Galaxy Games 843.
What's up, guys?
And our third co-host, Mr. David Gurr with the Working Internet tonight.
Hey.
Yes.
How are you, sir?
Good seeing you guys.
Fingers
Good to
crossed.
see you.
And special guest,
Boom.
Jennifer James, also known as Jenben. Hi, Jen.
Welcome.
How beautiful she is.
Look at that. I love when we've got the four, screens going on. That really makes it pop.
You can see my mini claw machine.
Yeah, for sure.
That means next time I'm going to have to make sure I have no clutter on either side of my screen.
Right.
I know, right?
Like Natalie would ever let that happen. But yeah, she should. There's no way around here. No clutter around here. That's how it works. So the kids have to clean their rooms every single day. It's pretty serious around here. I don't know about you guys, but so anyways, welcome. We got exciting news tonight. New giveaway for the next
new giveaway.
I know, new giveaway. We're gonna announce that. Jen's got a couple things she said she wants to talk about, but if not, no big deal. We're all just kind of goofing off and having a good time talking about our weeks and what's been happening. Do you guys want to start with your weeks first and see how everybody's doing and what you guys been up to?
I think David should kick it off because we haven't heard from David in like 2 weeks, right? So I think David needs to share all the great stuff he's been doing.
Well, my new locations are kicking butt. Unbelievable collections. So we did probably $5,500 in like some locations were 2 weeks, some locations were only the weekend. So we did $5,300 off of 6 locations, which is amazing, and they're still kicking butt. I fixed my first pinball machine, so that was exciting. That was actually more exciting because I've never done that adventure before. We have a pinball machine at my Kenichi Claw arcade, and so it broke down, or kind of broke down, and I popped open it and saw all the wires and first panicked. But then I kind of I know which motor's acting up. So I went over there, and it just was 6 little screws. And then it had a little 2-prong connector that I popped off, and it easily popped out. And when it was on, I could hear the humming of the motor, but it wasn't moving. So I was thinking the motor's still good. It just probably needs to be oiled because it's like a 30-year-old machine. So we oiled it, and then we stuck it back together, and sure enough, it started working again. So I was like, oh, my gosh, I need to buy more pinball machines. I know how to operate.
It gets addicting once you start fixing stuff and you're successful.
Fun.
And it's like, oh, well, maybe I could buy more broken stuff, right? That's how I got started.
I got that dopey fiend, whatever they call it, the dopamine rush, whatever.
Dopamine?
I was excited. I want to start. Yeah, I don't even know what the name is. I don't use that word at all. But really good. I was like, yeah.
Would you guys check the stream? Jen says that she doesn't think she's up there, but I checked it on my phone and I see all 4 of us. Would you guys check?
She's there. Jen, say hello.
Hey.
We can hear you just fine.
Yeah, we see you.
Okay.
Are you Grace?
Yeah, sometimes on
locked me out.
Yeah, sometimes on the local side of it, for whatever reason, it doesn't show ourselves.
Okay.
But on the main stream, everybody out there can see you. Don't you worry about
Perfect.
that.
Don't pick your nose
up.
Yes. don't do anything funny because everyone can see you.
Yes.
Well, that's exciting, David. That's awesome. It's good to have you back. We missed you, and I know you've been busy and you've been doing your route, and you've got a lot of exciting stuff going on, new locations that you've been setting up, and we all missed you. So it's good to have you back and all of your knowledge. So we missed you. So Matt, what did you do this week?
Oh, it's been a busy week for me. Let's see. I've collected from where all have I collected from? Multiple places, but I gotta say that new candy ice cream shop is just blowing it away. I feel like it's at Disneyland. You know what I mean? It's going so well. I'm right now. I have to service the machine every week to 2 weeks, and it's just way better than the old location. What else is going on? We passed 50,000 subscribers this week, so that was pretty awesome. Thank you for that. And big weekend coming up. It's the arcade pinball vending coin op and all things cool auction this weekend. So more content on the way.
Very cool.
Buy me some pinball machines.
There will be pinball machines there.
I need some.
But they will be hella money.
I know.
Speaking of YouTube too, I saw Tinker Toys and Hobbies got over 2,000 subscribers now.
Yes, I saw that too.
Awesome. They passed us up. I think we're only at 18 something, but yeah.
No. Well, they actually make videos.
Oh wow.
That is true. I do.
Where's my drum? Yeah.
Right.
You're right though. So yeah, and then they got the new business they're working on. They got the keys to the place. They're painting. Looks awesome. So very excited for them. It sounds like they're gonna have a lot of cool candy and a lot of cool stuff, and then also
totally.
So sounds like a win-win. But so Jen, why don't you tell us about your week? What have you been up to?
Well, I'm gonna have to drive down and see their store too. I was over in Bend this week. I have 40 locations over there. Hit all but 2, and then just serviced around town and had to pick up some other equipment and just keeping it rolling. Went and checked on my new sushi places, and actually one of the owners was there and was really excited about it. He's like, I come in here and I just want to play it. And I'm like,
yes,
go for it if you want. Yeah. But yeah, that was.
Well, you're in. Just so everybody knows, you're in Oregon. So you're saying Bend. I'm sure they probably may have figured that out, but you're in Oregon.
Yes, Bend, Oregon. Sorry.
Yep, that's okay.
Yeah, which is about 2.5 hours from me.
And then Tinker Toys and Hobby are also in Oregon somewhere.
Yeah, so they're south of me. They're by
nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
So for us, we had a pretty exciting week. We got a phone call for a new full line location, and it's the behavioral health department here locally in where we live, which is about 120 something employees, I think, and plus all of the visitors. So it'll actually be in the main lobby area of where the location is, and so we're hoping it does really well. We got machines ordered and we're waiting. I had to talk to Matt today because I don't know much about we get our machines from Pepsi, and they have a bunch of different options of which machines, and so I had to get the advice of the master when it comes to full line today, and make sure I had the right machine for the location. So everything's ordered. We're just waiting for everything to show up, and then we can do that. So we weren't going to expand our full line, but it kind of came to us, and it's a busy
just
location.
Happens.
Yeah, and so we're like, why not? We're already filling anyway. So we were kind of talking about maybe phasing that part out, but still makes money. We're getting to the end where a lot of people, we had to finance our machines when we first got them, and we're at the end of that thing now. So we're actually going to start totally making money on everything instead of having that payment every month. So that's really good. So we're excited. I mean, it's just everything seems to be moving forward. We're working on our new website, which we're very excited about. That should be announced here coming up in the next week. We're doing a lot of testing, and we're waiting for some things to come through, and then that will be finished. But yeah, so it's been just a lot of stuff, the claw stand and finishing that up. And so, yeah, everything's good. So we're busy, but we're good. And I went to fill some machines today with the kids when they got out of school, which was kind of fun. I haven't done that in a while. Usually it's been Natalie with them or me on my own. So that was kind of nice. So Sam and Amelia work really well together. It's fun to watch them. So they kind of get they kind of jab at each other, but as brother and sister do, but they're serious about what they're doing. So it's kind of funny. So they're mean to each other, but serious about the job. So it's kind of so. Let's get to some comments. We have
while you're pulling up the comments, and I know we got a super chat. Just want to say hello to everyone out there. Thank you for all the comments so far. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Help other people find the stream.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That it's coming. You think my mic's coming?
Yeah, I think your mic input is off tonight. I think you've got the wrong mic set. as your default mic or something like that. Because it sounds like we might be hearing you from your webcam mic and not your actual good microphone.
Is that better?
Whoa.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like too much?
No, it's good. It's just way different.
Okay.
Yes, much better.
Okay. Sorry,
I think
guys.
everyone listening to the replay on the podcast networks too will be much appreciative.
Okay. Thanks, man, for saying something. Like,
Of course.
usually that's automatic, and so that's So thank you.
Of course.
Let's see.
So we got a super chat, right?
Yes, we do.
First super chat of the night actually came before the stream even started. So thank you to Waco's Car Wash Channel, Elevators and More, with the first $5 super chat of the night. Says on Monday, I went to Round Rock, Texas and got 3 car washes, Round Rock donuts, and went to Buc-ee's in Temple, Texas. Very cool. Thanks for the super chat.
I need
Thank
a car
you.
wash right now.
Other comments. Tinker Toys and Hobbies is here on the stream. Hi, guys. How are you?
Yes, they didn't miss. They says, "Yay, we didn't miss it this time." Welcome, Tinker's Toys and Hobby.
who's
Congrats
this
on the
guy?
new spot too.
Yeah.
Extreme Vending in the comments says, "Hey guys, hey Extreme."
Yeah. Fine, the people.
Let's see. What else we got here? So let's see. Oh, there's a lot of good. There's Lolly's here. I haven't talked to her in a while. Has anybody else talked to Lolly? I wanted to know
No,
how her
Lolly
car-
says hello and happy Wednesday. Hello, Lolly. Hopefully
Let us-
everything's going well with your new spot too.
Yeah, we want to
Yeah.
hear about it. Put in the comments.
I
We
know.
wanna know
I would love to have her on the stream one time, talk about her arcade, if she ever feels
Totally,
comfortable.
totally.
For you, Matt.
Oh, Dallas says congratulations on the subscribers. Thank you, Dallas. Appreciate that. Thank you to all of you out there that have supported the channel over the years.
Nice. Let's see. Oh, yep. They're working in their business tonight while watching us on the stream.
Yeah, Tinker's Toy and Hobby listening in tonight because they're finishing painting the store and the carpet is installed. That's cool. I'm
That's
sure
so
there's going to
cool.
be some videos on the way, and we can't wait to see them.
Yeah.
Question for you, David.
No, I
Comp,
didn't get new internet.
don't jinx it, man. Don't jinx it, Comp.
Yeah, don't jinx me right
You have to
Comp
read the
Magic.
comment.
So-
Read
Comp,
the-
So the
Comp
last,
Magic, yeah, says David, did
oh.
you get your internet? Your connection seems pretty stable today so
like
far.
lately, the past few days, my internet has been pretty good. So that's amazing. But the last month, my internet was atrocious. So that's why I was struggling. But yeah, right now it's doing really well. So that's good.
Well, hopefully Comp didn't just jinx it for you.
I know, right?
All right, here's a question for Jen from White Tiger Vending LLC. It says, Jen, do you offer commission on bulk racks?
I do. I was going to respond in the comments, but yeah, I do. Pretty much all my locations have commission.
Nice.
And
Very cool.
stay right there and then.
Do you have like a scale that you take with you, Jen? To measure
Yeah,
the
I have a scale and then a bill counter.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, I just got a new one and it's a lot smaller than my old one on the bill counter. I went with Clop.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a great name. All right, Dunclaw Vending says, congratulations, Tinker's Toys and Hobby. Just saw the wedding video.
Sorry, that one was up there for a while. I thought we'd get through that one quicker.
You're good. You're good.
Matt, again. Everybody's so
Oh,
excited. for
yes. Waco's Car Wash Channel, Elevators and More says, congratulations on the 50,000 subscribers. Saw that you opened up memberships. Yes, I did open up memberships to the channel as well. I kind of like to put, those different things on different milestones. So when we hit 50,000, we opened up the channel for channel memberships. So if anyone's interested, we're going to be doing some cool stuff behind the scenes for the channel members.
Matt,
Here's
you're
a good
halfway
one.
there to a play button. That's awesome.
The
Yes.
AccuCount. The Clop one is really good too. I just have a lot more familiarity with the Clop one. I mean the AccuCount.
Yes,
I have four
I
of
don't know
the
if you can see it or
AccuCount.
not.
Yeah, the question was, what scale do you like? Jen says the AccuCount, and Jonathan is displaying it there on the screen for everyone watching.
That's what they
That's the one that I use in my videos as well. Quick Play uses in their videos. It's pretty accurate and pretty reliable. So we all tend to kind of gravitate towards that scale.
And a
People are
tip for that
jealous of
one
it,
is when you are weighing your stuff, keep it in the bag. Just have an extra bag and just zero it out. And don't pour your quarters onto the scale as it's weighing, because it can over time fluctuate your numbers, and it has
Wow.
like long-term effects on it. So just put your money on it. Don't pour onto it.
Interesting.
My 2 cents.
Totally
Bell.
agree. But it's just more flowy
Looks
for
good
the
on video,
videos.
though.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I like to do that. But for other people that are not recording, it is best to just set it on
Correct.
it. So that you
Correct.
have
That's what we do. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
That's totally. All right, this question coming in from White Tiger Vending LLC says, Xtreme, how is rent for your arcade? Even in my small town, renting small locations seems expensive.
Well, I can't really disclose the numbers because I promised not to share that kind of information. But I can tell you that Chris, my business partner, he did a really good job at negotiating. I feel very comfortable with what I pay. And I think if you're going to get an arcade, it's going to be really scary and it's a big gamble. I think being comfortable with the rent is very important if that's possible, because I was actually really not interested in doing the arcade until they talked to Chris, and Chris worked out a certain number, and was like, I'm like, okay, that's actually really good. So I felt like I was going to succeed even with the worst of the worst. You know, there's no way I couldn't make a profit. So yeah, just felt comfortable with it. So it's good.
Also, I want to say, a lot of times, a lot of us that have never had a business where we have actually lease a space, think small. And like, and I'm just going to throw a random number out for an example. A friend of mine has a business and the rent is $2,000 a month. And, to you and I, that sounds like a lot of money. But, he's doing over $2,000 a day in sales. So big picture, it makes a ton of sense.
Yeah. There's a guy that's in the Discord that David and I have been talking to the past week or so that has the opportunity to go into a couple malls, and they want $500 per machine per month for the location. But from what we understand, the mall is like the busiest place around, and it's a big city. So it could make sense, but without knowing, and then it's a year contract. So you have to be like willing to either get in there and just to get in there and get the contract and get settled, and then take a loss in the beginning once, until it gets going. And that's a huge, I think he was talking, I think it was 12 machines or something total.
It was 10 machines. He was looking at about $5,300, but he'd be spread out across the mall, and he would have 2 mall locations for it all. But he would have to come up with all this equipment. Then he would have to pay all the rent. And like, to me, like, it's different for Jonathan and I, and like Matt and everyone, like Jen, because we got established. Like, the way I look at it is, I'm really happy how I evolved to the arcade, because if the arcade were to fail and such, I always had my vending route to kind of protect myself, and I looked at it as a year loss, which I don't want to lose money, but it could have been a learning experience. That's what the worst case scenario honestly was to me. But for them that was just starting out, what Jonathan's example was, I was like, man, you got to really consider, that's $5,300 a month.
Yeah.
So you're in it for like, let's say,
and he's brand new.
$30,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the thing, is we're talking.
So it's up to you.
And there's a conversation that Jen and I had too, because we were talking about opening our own claw room, and I was telling her, I'm like, well, we don't need the money from the claw room. You know what I mean? Like, we want to pay for our equipment back and everything, but we're okay if it doesn't make it or whatever. And then we just take the machines out and go place them at other locations, or maybe replace some of our mini locations with those bigger machines, or like, we have an out, the only thing we'd be out is just the initial cost of getting in. But the machine would end up paying for itself, over time. So we wouldn't have that concern. But when you're new, it's like a whole thing, but you don't want to miss out on an opportunity. But at the same time, they're very greedy at these two malls. I think it's very pricey, and even for us, it would be I think it's questionable just because I think that they have maybe they're talking to other malls and seeing how their locations are doing, but they have a very very big, I don't know what you want to say, like exploded view of what they think these machines are going to do, or they've watched too many videos. I don't know what it is, but they think they're going to be pulling wads of cash out of it. And sure, but we don't know. And it's an unknown. And I asked him, I said, there's no way to go and say, can we go 3 months and then, then negotiate a contract and let's see what it does, how it does, and then negotiate. And they're like, no, we want this much and that, and this is it. And it's kind of scary, So anyways, so rent wise, and it's different at every location. So like up here where we are, I don't know how your malls are, Matt, but and I think Oregon's got some really nice malls, but like where we're at in California, up here in the north, like our malls are horrible. Like people only go there because there is like a major store attached to it. Like the one in Yuba City that's near us has got a Ross, and people love the Ross. So they kind of filter through the mall after going to Ross of all stores, which is weird. But there's the JCPenney's dead. Everything's dead there, and it's just not. It's not a big mall. So
even mall that only has like 8 stores in it.
Yeah.
And
a lot.
My family used to have a kiosk at it, and it was back when the mall was full. And there's probably room for about 100 stores.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of malls out there that are dying. A lot of malls that are closing. I mean, if you guys ever get bored, you can go down a rabbit hole on YouTube watching dead mall videos. Like it's crazy. So we've got 2 malls here in town. One is a dead mall. I was there at like 7:00 on a Saturday night, and I was taking pictures, and it's a ghost town. There's nobody there. Our other mall though is a lot more popular, and that's the one I've worked with in the past. But they know they're popular, and they know they can ask ridiculous numbers, and all the stores are full for the most part. There might be one here or one there, but it's not like the other dead malls.
I think you go like 2 or 3, and it's all just cages, and then there's one store, and then there's cages in one store, and it's just not.
That's how our dead mall is. Yeah, it's like that.
And it's a lot of money to buy these machines and stuff, no matter where you order them from. So you got to pay all that back, and so yeah. So if it makes sense, it makes sense, but just be very cautious of how busy these places are and what you're getting yourself into in the long run. So
what's funny though, that dead mall I was talking about that we have here, they have signs in all their empty store windows, like if you want to do like a pop-up shop, or like even for like a day or for a weekend, like they'll rent you the space for just a little amount of time without like long-term leases, which I always thought might be fun to try, but it just seems like a lot of work for a weekend. You know what I mean?
I could see it like towards when it's back to school shopping, or Christmas time or something like that. Sure, when they bring in, I don't know if you guys have those there, but they bring in the cheese and meat.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Let me see if I can find the pictures.
Candy, like something like that. Sure, I'd be right next to a See's Candy for sure. But like, that would make sense. But it's hard. I just think the malls. So maybe it's just a Northern California, Oregon thing. I don't know. But around here, they're just dead. They're just not a popular thing.
Let me see if you guys can see. This is 7:00 on a Saturday night at the dead mall. Look at that.
Yeah.
There's nobody there. Like not a single person.
Wow.
Not a single person is there. It's crazy.
Well, I was watching, it was on TV the night, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and how everybody was hanging out at the mall, and I'm just like, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Sad.
7:00 on a Saturday night. There's nobody there. So that's our dead mall. I go there every now and then just to see if like life is being breathed back into it, but it's not. It's just not.
Some of ours, they're turning like the bigger stores into roller rinks, or they'll have special nights.
That's cool. Yeah,
that's awesome.
They'll open it up and do different events. Like they had one where they threw colored balloons at each other, or there was different events that they've done at the big stores.
Nice.
Very cool.
All right, Dunclaw Vending says, just landed my first 2 locations, installing them tomorrow. My state doesn't have restrictions on claws. What win ratios would you recommend to make the most profit and keep the customers engaged by winning?
There you go. Good question.
That's a great question.
David,
who wants to take that one? Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to share this video real fast. I had someone win the Mario just now. on my Mario.
Oh, nice.
And I was trying to get that all together. I missed the question. I
Oh,
was
it's
going
all
to show
right.
the live stream.
We run our machines at 1 and 8. That's what we run ours at. We run our bigger machines, so we have a few 24s and 31 inch, and then actually a 60 something inch machine. We run those around 1 and 111 or 1 and 12, depending on the machine. Those are a little tougher, but that's what our ratios are, 1 and 8. And what you'll realize is that each machine is different. So, and generations of machines are different, and boards are different. So, what a 1 and 6 is, or 1 and 8 is on a Candy machines is going to be different than a 1 and 8 on a Golden House or on a Mega Mini. So, you really want to, when you have it at home and you're setting everything up, you want to run tests on it and see how much it's actually paying out, because that is your bottom line, and it does make a big difference. And we've had generations of the same machine pay out differently. So definitely, it's not a foolproof thing just to put it at a certain number and think it's going to be okay. I would recommend that you do run tests on it, and that's what we run.
It can also vary too by the size and weight of your prizes. Those will interact differently with different machines. So so definitely do some tests, do some strength tests. Make sure that you're putting your prize in the actual cloth, or you're testing of your strength to see if it's going to hold it or if it's going to release it. Those are the kind of things you need to be thinking about. But otherwise, the ratio numbers that you use are pretty much what I use as well.
Yeah, very good. Jen, question for you.
Yes.
This question for Jen says, "Hey Jen, I'm not sure if you've mentioned it already, but we were wondering how many locations you operate. Do you want to disclose that?"
I usually don't, but I do have a lot. I would say it's in the 270, 300.
Wow.
That's
like
so
a
awesome.
boss.
I wish wait. Let's see if I have something cool for that. Oh, wait, here we go.
There we go.
Yeah. That's
Jen
amazing.
wins. Jen wins.
So,
No.
and David, where are you at now? How many are you at?
Locations?
Yes.
I have no idea. Like, it's just like, I don't know, like 80, 90. They're big locations, little locations. I got a lot of machines out there. I don't know. So, but I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. So this is so fun. I got the camera.
Share the video?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna just compile it together. So let me explain to you what happens. And so on the claw machine, I have two giant claw. I had two of my Kenichi claws with giant plush in them. And if you find the key, you open it up, and you get the big prize inside, right? It's an actual claw machine. I turned the claw machine into like a cut to win or whatever, where you win it all. And so this family, they took the claw, they got the key out, and they hand the key, and I got the wall of prize lockers. And they go to the prize lockers, and they try every single prize locker, like what? None of them fit. And then the husband's just looking at it, and he goes, and then they go over to the claw machine. They stick it in the claw machine and turn it, and you can see the lady's face in one of the angles. She's like, "Oh!" And they open it up and they grab the prize. They didn't realize they won that big prize. They couldn't believe it.
So cool.
So it's like, I gotta get this together, man. I don't know.
We'll get it together. And actually, before I go on with the comments, let's talk about the new giveaway. It's already half an hour into the stream.
Well, you know what's funny? So anybody in the Discord probably already knows because it's already there.
Yeah, we announced it at 6 in the Discord. Of course, because if you belong to the Discord, that's where all the action happens.
That's right.
So you know before anybody else everything that's going on in there. So I've got it ready. Let me add it to my screen here. Window. There we go. Entire screen. I'll do that. Okay. Got it. Share that. All right. You ready? Matt?
Let's do it.
I don't even know if you've had a chance to read this yet, have you?
Well, I did look at it. It's very wordy, Jonathan. I got to say, it's very wordy.
The reason I did that, just so everybody knows, is because we put it up on the screen for quite a bit of time while you're talking about it, and there's always questions like, what does it come with? What does it do? That kind of stuff. So I thought that this might be the opportunity for people to get their questions answered while you're talking about it. So I don't know.
What I think Jonathan was tired of me going off script on these things.
No!
And he's like, listen, just read the copy. It's good. Just read it.
And I don't even expect you to read the copy.
No, I'm just messing with you, man.
Okay. But I just thought, it kind of included everything. I thought that was
It will
kinda
give me
nice.
great talking points too.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll ad lib a little bit like I usually do.
Sure. Here we go.
All right, let's go and
Ready?
put it up on the screen, guys. Take a look, guys. We're talking about the next giveaway from CandyMachines.com and myself, Galaxy Games 843, our friends over at Quick Play, David from Xtreme Vending, Jonathan from the Howard Hospitality Group, guys. We're giving away a crazy claw machine from CandyMachines.com. Take a look at that, guys. It's got awesome LED lights. It's super bright. Looks really cool. It's definitely going to catch your customers' eyes. This machine features a 31-inch claw machine, so it's a full-size claw machine. Not a mini, not a medium. This is full size. It's got durable frame construction, premium quality powder coat finish, included with a coin acceptor and an option to upgrade to dual bill acceptors or a single bill acceptor. Of course, you've got your claw strength adjustment meter, double optical prize detection system. You could even set it for play till you win with convenient front service panels for easy maintenance. It's got the enhanced anti-theft locking system. It's got an exclusive 1-year manufacturer defect warranty and credit card reader compatible for cashless transactions. So again, guys, crazy claw machine from CandyMachines.com. Now, Jonathan, one thing we haven't discussed, when's the drawing? Do we have a number? Do we have
3
a
months
date?
from now, I do.
3 months.
Let me look it up. Hold on. I have the date.
While he's looking that up, this is very similar to David's Kenichi claw machines. This is very similar to the machine I have at the ice cream candy shop. These are like, the next thing. It's got those rimless corners, but this one also has LED lights, so it's going to be even brighter than kind of like my machine or some of the other ones you've seen in some of the videos from the NBVA show or from IAPA last year. Really, really eye-catching machine. It's going to be really awesome. And all you guys need to do is fill out a form in our Discord server, much like the All-Star Vending giveaway. There is a special tab in the Discord strictly for you to go to fill out a form to get registered to win. It's got a rocket ship on the left-hand side. It's called Giveaway Candy Machines Claw Crazy 31-inch claw machine. Jump over to the Discord. It's right near the top on the left-hand side. Look for that little rocket ship. That's where you got to go. Click the link inside and then fill out the form, and then you're registered to win the Crazy Claw Machine. Again, we're going to give it away in 3 months. What's the date, Jonathan?
July 31st, Wednesday.
July 31st.
So pretty exciting. And
Yes, how
right,
awesome
my
is that?
birthday. I'll be 37 then.
You're getting old, man.
I wish I was that
I
young.
started this channel when I was like almost 32, I think.
Well, I hope I'm as far along as you when I reach 37 for sure.
Yeah. So, I wish I was 37 again. So I'm going to be 50 this year. That's like crazy.
Dang, old man.
I know. So don't have much time left, guys. So send me if you need help. Ask me for all the help you need.
So make it count. Make it count what you got left, right? That's what
right.
I say.
All right.
All right. I think I saw some super chats in there. Do we want to go ahead and address those real quick?
Yeah, let me do that real fast. Here we go. Then I'm going to get all out of cattywampus here, of course. But
All right, here we go. Here we go. First one up from Waco's Car Wash channel, Elevators and More. It's a $5 super chat. Says Waco, Texas is opening 2 brand new car washes this month. One on Friday, May 29th. Car washes are popping up in my town. They're popping up in my town too, like everywhere.
Yeah.
And one thing I love about all the new car washes being built is usually on the week they open, they will give free car washes to everybody. So
Ooh.
I always go for that.
Nice.
Yeah. Next one up from Elite Claw Amusements, a $2 super chat says, we keep it rocking, we keep it rocking. I'm guessing he's talking about Kiss and I Want to Rock and Roll All Night.
I'm thinking that's what it is.
I do see down below, he says, let's see who can guess the song and artist. Well, I just guessed.
Okay. There you
Hopefully
go.
I'm right.
So back up to our comments. We're like 12 minutes behind, guys. Sorry.
Only 12 minutes. That's not
Yeah,
too bad.
That's not that bad. Back to malls. Austin had a question.
All right. Austin B wants to know, has anyone ever dealt with Simon Malls? I don't have Simon Malls in my area, but Simon Malls were in my former area where I used to live, and I never looked into leasing because that's back before I was into vending. So no, I've got no dealing with Simon Malls. How about the rest of you?
That's the properties I'm in right now. with the Simon properties.
Nice.
Yep.
So there you go. David has experience working with Simon Malls.
And there might be a seminar on a vendor in the NBVA that helps get you into Simon Malls.
Cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So let's see.
That's probably in the works. I've talked to him about doing something.
Seth J says, my mall wanted $2,000 a month in a town of 40,000. Thing is, they've got 20 empty storefronts. Seemed like a dead mall, not worth the money. Yeah, some malls are still asking those prices, and that's why they've got 20 empty stores.
Let's see if this worked out, guys. I think I might have finished it.
Caught Magic says, Jen, we like your flowers.
All right, I got the clip edited really fastly. I just went through fast. Like I cut a lot of points, so it wouldn't take forever because they went through those lockers and they were trying to figure it out.
So what's funny is these people have no idea they're about to be YouTube famous, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You think that's okay?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
They're out in a public place.
Okay, that is true.
All right, let's go ahead and share your screen. Let's make it big so everyone can see it.
Okay, and I can kind of comment as I go around. So those are the two machines with the giant prizes, and there's a key in one of the mystery blocks or in the mystery Pokeball, and so they're playing it. And I gotta tell you, it's been 2 months since I've been open. No one's won it yet, and they're celebrating, thinking it's just a prize. You know, they pull out the key, and they go over to all those prize lockers, and you see he goes through every single one of these. I kind of just fast forward and only show clips. He's just checking all these lockers, trying to get it to fit. And he kind of gives up. So this is minutes later, and then they finally decide to go and try it in here. You see her? She's like, no. I don't know if you heard that. Is there sound on this?
I don't.
Do I have the sound on?
I don't know.
Anyways,
we can't hear the sound. No.
Okay, it's probably a good thing because there's music in there. We don't want copyright strike. But she's like, no. Like, you couldn't believe it. And they already have toys. Like, they have a handful of Kenichi Claw.
Look how excited they are. That's so cool.
Yeah. Look at that. She's just hugging it. They already have a whole bunch of
That's
toys.
That's awesome.
I got another angle here for the finale. See, look at all the toys they have. It's so cool. She's laughing and smiling. And that's basically it. Sorry, that's what I was so focused on because I was just really excited
so cool.
to see this.
That's awesome.
That's my first Mega Prize winner. So I got this together. Sorry, guys.
Do you sit and watch the cameras a lot?
Well, I get so up until, and thanks to Chris, up until like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, I get notifications every time someone would come in here because my cameras are always notified my phone. I had no idea how to turn that off. So when people are in there constantly, my phone battery would be dying like crazy. And I didn't know if I was getting a text message or whatnot because my phone would constantly be vibrating. So I always got these notifications. And then I just stopped watching it. But just because we're on the stream, I was like, I got to take a look at my cameras. And I saw someone winning at that moment. And I was like, no way. So I was just kind of watching it. And I was like, I got to record this. And so I just kind of clipped it out. So
that's cool.
So cool. Fun. That's so cool. All right. Looks like Dallas has another question. Says, can commission paid to our locations be written off come tax time? One of our locations wants us to donate all of their commission too. I know that can be considered come tax time too, correct?
You need to talk to a CPA.
Yeah, I would definitely would recommend speaking or asking those questions to a tax professional because that is one thing that none of us here are. None of us are tax professionals.
Yeah. There's a form you got to give to them and a bunch of other stuff. So there's a whole process to that.
My CPA told me how to do everything, and I just was confused, but I don't understand. I just do what I'm told. So, yeah.
Totally.
All right. So Dallas has his. He answers the ratio question.
Yes. Dallas says, I keep my minis at 1:6, but it all depends on your product cost and foot traffic, I would think. Good advice.
Question for Jen.
Here we go. This one from White Tiger Vending. Jen, is the bulk rack commission between 10 and 30% depending on how good the location is?
It's yes. I'm just gonna go with yes.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah, it's usually in that range. I usually stick at the 30.
Nice.
All right. Comp Magic wants to know, David, can you tell us more about your new arcade and exciting things? Have there been any recent challenges?
What do you mean, like challenges? Like, do I challenge people in claw?
I think he means, have you had any problems? Is there anything that's kept you up at night?
No, just and I talked about the pinball machine. That was my only problem so far. I mean, everything's new. Kiosoft was a little bit of a learning ball at first. There was a little bit there was struggles at the beginning, and then there was the AT&T outage like right after So the first 3 Fridays were never real Fridays for me. The first Friday I was supposed to open up, and Kiosoft had some delays, so I couldn't open up on Friday. And that was my goal. That was the 1st of, I think, March or something like that. The second Friday, a giant rainstorm. The third Friday, there was the AT&T outage. So it took me a whole month before I actually had a real Friday. And it's an outlet mall, so it's like, when the rainstorm happened, it was like hell and everything. No one went out there. So I was like, dang it. So it took a whole month. That was a rough start trying to get a real Friday numbers. So, and then when it finally happened, I was like, okay, that makes sense. There's some good numbers right there. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with the arcade. I hope I get to keep that space for a long time. I
have a good feeling about Friday, man. I think you're going to be just fine. I really do.
I hope so too.
Only positive vibes.
Yeah,
that's all. I think
right.
That's all you put off, David. And I think that's why great things happen to you because.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't want to go into it too much on the live stream, but I'll give you guys kind of basics. So I've only kept it between the like my friends here, Jen, Van, Matt, and Jonathan, and of course my business partner. But basically, I'm in the Kenichi Claw. I opened Kenichi Claw, and the day I was heading home from Vegas. You guys don't know the story. It was a heart stab in my chest. There's a possible someone trying to get me out of the mall. And in the contract, there is a possibility if they went with a bigger vendor, a competitor, and they know I'm there. And I don't want to say any names, but it was pretty hard to deal with that, to find out. I feel like I got like stabbed in the back or whatever. Anyway, so I've been dealing with this battle. That's, I guess, is a challenge, but I haven't really heard too much for a while, and I will get an update this Friday on what's going on. So we'll see what happens.
Good vibes. It's going to work out.
Yeah.
Those people that do that kind of stuff, man, they don't last very long.
Yeah.
Karma, as they say. Karma.
Well,
as they say,
what's funny? I think there's been examples of that already playing out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I got good feelings, man. I wouldn't worry about it.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why that's the honest reason why you haven't seen. I'm sorry, I know you were posting that. That's the honest reason why you haven't seen any posts from me. Is kind of just playing this out and seeing what's going on, because I really wanted to show Kenichi Claw to my followers. I was really proud to. I mean, we started up and I went to Vegas and I come back with that, and it's just like I don't want to show anything if I'm going to get kicked out or whatever and stuff like that. It's just it's just going to be a reminder of an experience that didn't work out, which is, I know it's something I should probably show the community, see the challenges I go through, but it's just been kind of sickening inside about that. So I try not to talk about that too much, but
we understand. All right. Austin B is asking, does it come with a card reader? I think he's talking about the giveaway, and currently I do not think this one comes with a card reader.
No. Yeah. So, and you can, that's up to you to choose what you want to put on it and add one if you want to. But no, you're getting a really nice 31-inch claw machine, but the credit card
you got to remember, this is a full-size machine, so there is more cost involved. So so some of the options that maybe have came on the minis in the past, things like that, are not the same here with this machine. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. All right. I don't think there's. Somebody want to know if there's videos of the claw crazy machine. I don't think there is. Have you seen any?
I'm pretty sure there are some out there, but it's going to take us probably a little bit to dig those up. So maybe we'll see if we can get those ready for next week.
Okay.
But we've got the pictures to show you tonight. And you know what's funny? If we don't have videos, I think we can talk to the people that can get us those videos, right? The claw crazy guys themselves.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's the person that we were helping, David.
Perfect. All right. This is from Crypto Hunter. He says, "Hey guys, I spoke to David and Howard on the phone about getting into Assignment Mall. You guys have really good advice."
Yeah, I think that anybody needs advice on anything, like David and I are the first people to answer and help. And Matt is the same way. I mean, like if you need, especially full line, where like me who is in full line, who do I call first? Matt.
Who are you going to call?
And who are you gonna call? And Jen and I talk at least a couple times a week too. And I think that networking in this business is huge, and getting to know people. And the Discord is a great way to do that. We'll probably end up talking a little bit about the Discord here in a little while, but get in there and get active. And there's no stupid questions, and we don't have all the answers either, 100%. And that's why when the first tax question comes up, first thing we say is talk to a CPA, because we're not experts when it comes to certain things.
And we don't want to mess you up when it comes to that, because if we give wrong answers or not good advice, that could put you in a real spot. You know what I mean? So that's why anything tax related, we're going to always refer to a tax professional, because we are not that.
I'll be right
What were you saying?
Go for it.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I think that it's one of those things where you definitely want to. I'm gonna turn off her mic because she's gonna cough. This week alone, I've gotten 4 phone calls about machines and like what to buy, where to go. And I always tell them, I give them the positives and the negatives to all of them. There's when you buy something like it, you're spending a lot of money on these machines and stuff. And all of us are saying, we only know what we know. And there's all these people out there, like we're starting to do stuff in the Discord with Pipeline Games, and they have amazing machines, but we don't own any yet. Like we don't have those machines. So giving somebody advice on a Pipeline Games machine, I couldn't do that, but we can refer them to people that can, and we'll be the first to say we don't know. And we want to be 100% honest with you, but I've seen them. I mean, they look awesome. But at the same time, we can also have you talk directly to the Pipeline Games guys in the Discord too. There you go.
So we can help you that way too. We may not have all the answers, but we'll help you find them, or we'll get you to the people that are the professionals.
Yeah, 100%. So and they're in there, which is very cool. I mean, same with All Star and all these people are in there answering your questions directly from these distributors and manufacturers and stuff.
Absolutely,
it's just so cool. Like
it's so cool how far the Discord has come, because when we started this thing, I mean, how long's it been now that we started the Discord? It's been a couple years.
It's been like 3. This has got to be about 3. This is the start of 3 year.
I mean, I feel like there was like 4 of us in there just talking about vending, and now there's over 3,000 some people, manufacturers, vendors, like all these great people in there. So we're so excited about that.
David, question for you, and then we got a super chat.
Actually, we got a couple super chats. All right, this question from Smile112 Smile says, "David, is your arcade cash or token?" I don't think it's either, is it?
It's not. It's KioPlay.
There we go. It's all card swipe.
Yeah, you just go up there, and what's cool about this system, and I was actually really against it, but it turned out to be really good, and Jack was right. So you go up there, and you have a kiosk, and it dispenses these cards, right? You get bonus credits the more you pay, but it also accepts credit card, and it's all tap pay and Apple Pay, whatever. So the kiosk is tap pay and everything, but also the machines are too. So I can't tell you enough how many people just walk in there, just want to play one time, and walk in there and they just go beep, and then they charge their credit card, their phone, whatever, one try, or maybe they'll do 2 tries. They're not really sold on getting a game card. I want them to get game cards. I want them to be returning customers. And I got a lot of returning customers, but there's a lot of people who are just one and done, and they just go and tap it. So I like that about the KioPlay. So it worked out really well.
Yeah, because you're not required to get a card. You can go and use the credit card readers as they are too, which is really cool.
Right.
Yeah. Right. You know what's really fun? And it's like, it's kind of a dumb idea. But so this is a used one that's already been used. and I took it and stuff, and Jack had me feel this up. I can feel this up with whatever I want on here. Well, I mean, that's obvious, but like I put like $10 on here. And I was thinking about this, and I actually did this for some of the prizes. So the Mario one, I was putting $5 and $10 preloaded cards as a prize, and it's not a currency, so that's legal in Arizona. I'm not going to get in trouble. It's under the $35 value. It's just a couple extra plays, game cards. And I thought that's so cool. So I can put these in some of my machines preloaded and get people excited. Oh my gosh, people went crazy over that. I was just putting some preloaded cards in there. And
so that poses a question from me. So I see that your cards say Kio Play or whatever on them, right? Can you get custom branded cards?
I do. So you can, and I got Kenichi. So what it was is Kiosoft didn't have my cards ready. I ordered 5,000 of these with the Kenichi claw, and so it will have my logo on here. This is still the first batch. I'm waiting for my another batch to come in, and I need to actually contact them and make sure that's coming in. But these cost about 25 cents a piece to be replaced and whatever. So I got lots of these cards. I'm going to use them up, and then when I can, I'm going to use the Kenichi claw. And I don't know if I told you guys, I posted in the Discord, but someone, I don't even know who it is. I got to reach out. I don't know how to use Instagram, but someone made an Instagram video of Kenichi Claw, went in there, and they got like almost 500 likes and people commenting, and I loved reading those comments because it's about the Kenichi Claw, and the people are talking about how much they love Kenichi Claw, their experience, because when they go to Kenichi Claw, it's similar in the sense that it's 1 in 6 for most of the prizes. Some of them are 1 in 4. So people are always walking in there, and almost everyone's a winner. A lot of people are winners. You saw the kid with the family with the big Mario. They don't always get a giant Mario. That's the first one, but they usually come out with a few toys. So, yeah. So it's always fun to see that.
Absolutely. All right, Jonathan, I think we got a couple super chats to address.
Yeah,
do we want to go take care of this?
Out Jen's mic. I don't know if she can talk because I think it shows that she's muted.
Yeah,
muted?
I can hear her fine.
Oh, you can hear her?
I can make her Mario. I can hear Jen. I was dragging my file of Mario.
You're good. You're good.
For some reason on mine, I can't hear her. So I don't know what happened, but
yeah, it shows me as being muted.
Oh wait, I don't know.
I can hear you just fine.
Sounds good.
Okay, well maybe, I can't hear you, Jen.
Maybe the
so
chat.
If you say something,
maybe the chat can't hear. I would maybe have her disconnect and reconnect. Yeah, maybe that will work.
Would you disconnect and reconnect for me? Because I can't hear you, and if you talk, I wouldn't be able to hear what you said.
Yeah, we want to make sure everyone out there can hear you as well. All right, let's go and address these super chats real quick. This one from Waco's Car Wash Channel, Elevators and More. It's another $5 super chat. Thank you very much for that. Bragging about the gas prices, says $2.99 is their gas price. I think I paid $3.29 or $3.34 recently, so $2.99, pretty good.
My ears are steaming right now. I'm telling you. $4.56 today.
You California
You're $4.56. I'm $4.50. I mean, I don't gas up at those places because I got an EV, but I was like, man,
that's right.
If we go on the live stream today, I'm going to have to tell Waco's is $4.50 a gallon. So I'm tied with you, Jonathan. That's crazy. You're California.
Yeah. That is crazy.
Well, it might even be more now. Who knows? That was early this morning. So.
Yeah, we're getting into the weekend. All right, we got one more super chat at least. This one from Dino's Dispensers and Arcade. It's a $5 super chat talking about some new sales records for April. We broke new records for sales, $2,831 with 2 game requests at a grocery store. Feeling blessed. Nice. That's awesome, man. Congratulations on that. Very cool.
Those are really cool machines in person.
They are. They very much are.
Yeah, I mean, the pictures do them no justice. They look amazing in person. I have one I took the other day on my phone. They just look so good. Like they're just really, they pop. I mean, you can see them a mile away. I sent it to Jen because I was like, look how good these look. I mean, they just look awesome.
It seems like most of the machines today, the pictures and videos just don't do them justice. You got to see these machines in person to really appreciate and just be wowed by them. And that's why, like, every time we go to the show, we're all like, you know what I mean? It's just nuts. Totally. All right, Jen, mic check. Can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay,
all
good.
right. Excellent.
Nice.
Welcome back, Jen.
Joseph helping out more people. Go ahead and
I
read
have
that one.
I have a cold, so I'm sorry I'm a little.
No, you're all good.
You're fine.
All good.
I love
I'm so happy you're
Joseph.
here, though.
I'm really excited for you.
Yes. So Claw Mania Vending. So I've got the locator Joseph. How do you pronounce Joseph's last name? I don't want to mess it up.
D. It's. He
The
said
Swaldo. What's
you
Swaldo?
say it like you're
Take a swallow.
spitting, like.
All right. Joseph D. coming next week to help with locating mini machines. That's cool. Very cool. Yes, Joseph was one of the speakers at the NBVA show.
Yep.
He told me that you say it like de-swallow.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
He's always going to be Joseph D to me for the time being. All right. Jonathan Weber says, well met vendors. I'm researching and building my business plan to start a vending business with my 7-year-old son. My query, how much business plan did you all do before starting? Not much.
See, we were the opposite. We did a lot because
Yeah.
Amelia came to us with the idea originally, and I just started watching videos. That was my research.
That was my business plan too, watching
Yeah.
videos.
and I did come up with a little business plan to get started, and then we hit the streets. I mean, it was like that. But we watched a lot of videos. Her and I don't know how many hours, including Matt, and I can't remember the bear guy.
AFC Vending.
AFC
Vending.
Vending's
Yeah.
videos.
The Polar Bear.
Polar Bear and Quick Plays videos, and then I got into David's videos. But that's how we researched, just by watching people's videos and listening what they had to say. Oh, and another one was David Dominic, when he did a bunch of his videos back in the past. We watched all those. So there's a lot of people out there to watch videos on, and Tinker Toys and Hobbies is another new one that just got started in the business that's been doing a lot of good videos on things that you don't think about, which is really cool. So
Totally.
yeah, but also probably a good time to bring up Yao right now, because we got to do that at some point tonight. And so since he's talking about it, let's bring up that and do that, if that's okay with you guys.
Sure. While you're doing that, I just want to say, you mentioned Dom. I know him and Jaime are in Texas right now for the NAMA show. So hopefully, yeah. So hopefully one of them makes some content. So we'll see what happens, since none of us are there.
Yeah. Right. Dude, I had so much fun with Dom in Vegas. I was so happy with her again.
All right, Jonathan, you want to tell us more about Yao?
Yeah, so Jonathan, this is Jonathan, and talking to Jonathan and the other people out there that have kids that are thinking about getting involved in the vending business, and I don't think there's a better time. I think the what do they say? Like the cost to get in, or what do they say? What's the saying for that?
Well, you know what's funny? So Andy has been like kind of sharing revelations on his Twitter or X or whatever it's called now, in the Discord and all kinds of things. And like, he really put one thing into perspective for me. And I may be going off the rails with what you're trying to say, but especially in like the interview that Jonathan and I did with him when he first acquired CandidMachines.com. And he talked about storage units and how each storage unit brings the storage unit owner roughly $200 a month. And claw machines can be so much more versatile, bringing more than $200 a month per machine. And the cost to get in is a lot lower than buying a whole storage unit facility. Right? Yeah. And and that really opened my eyes. So use that to segue into your conversation.
And that's the great thing about what we're doing with Yao. All of us is that Yao is Young Entrepreneurs of the World. It's a nonprofit that was started to get children and students into vending at a young age, and get them to learn about how to start a business, how to make money on their own, how to talk to business owners, and basically do something that's their own, that they can own and grow, not only in in themselves, but also in their business. And what we do is once a month we give away a triple time candy machine from candymachines.com to one lucky student, and all they need to do is they fill out or they basically send us an email with a short little blurb about them and why they want to get started in the business, and then they do a 1-minute video, and then at the end of the month we put all the people into a big pool that haven't won yet, and then they get drawn and they win a candy machine from candymachines.com, which is a great way to get started because they're really easy to place. They don't need power. Candy is relatively cheap, and it's a good way to get started. And then they can expand and then maybe get into doing a mini claw machine or something else down the road. But kids with candy machines are super cute, so it's a great way to get into locations a lot easier. And they just, a lot of people need them, and there's a lot of places that they can be placed. So it's a great way to get started, and it's just an awesome deal. It's great to see all these kids doing it, and it's the way that Yao's functioning is that we're trying to raise money so we can do more outreach, we can do more marketing, and so what we've done is we've created, if you guys remember, like the Children's Miracle Network and stuff that used to be on a lot of the vending machines out there. So we've created Yao stickers that you can put on your machines. So if you're a vendor, they're $1 a piece, and they cost you $1 a month per sticker that you have. And those go on your machines. They also help you find locations. It's a great way to pitch that you help a nonprofit, especially in the business that you're doing, which is even cooler because a lot of people don't think about kids getting started in a business like this. So when you do pitch, it does help with that, which is great. So that's one way of raising money. We can also take donations on the website, but we're also teaming up with MBVA this year to do more things and just to get established and function and hopefully be able to purchase more products and do more things to help more students. That's the goal, is that we want to try to help as many kids as we can. So if you haven't been to the website, it's yaokids.org, YEOW kids.org. You can check out everything there. You can email us your information. Just like I said, just a little 1-page blurb and a little 1-minute video. And you'll see some of the videos on there, so you can get an idea of kind of what to do and some of the cool kids that are on there. And they're also in the Discord. So there's a whole channel in there. You can chat with us in the channel. So very cool nonprofit, something that hasn't really been done besides the scholarship that gets done by MBVA every year. It's something else that can help kids, which is really cool. So at a young age, which is great. So that's, yeah.
There we go.
And then it's 7, so we should probably talk about the giveaway again, I'm guessing, before we go on. Yeah.
Man, it was 7 3 hours ago. What are you talking about?
What do you... Oh, for you, I was like, what? No.
It's 10. It's 10 o'clock.
I'm not
for everyone on the web,
man. I'm pretty slow.
Jen and I.
I'm a little outnumbered in this stream right now. I'm on East Coast time. The rest of you are on like further behind for sure.
You're like falling asleep, and we're
sharing your guys is in the West Coast time zone for a little while until.
So it's 7 o'clock for all three of you right now.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It
is.
Right.
7:02 still out.
I mean, I look out Jen's window. I still see sunlight. It is pitch dark outside for here.
That's how
it's super bright here. You can see behind me.
Yeah,
yes.
I can see behind you.
All right, here we go. Ready, Matt? Are you ready?
You want me to go again? All right.
Yes. You're really good at it.
You are the best. I can give it a shot if you want.
I try. Listen,
David,
I treat these like auditions for voiceover jobs. So just so you know, if any of you out there need some help with some voiceover work, or I guess even video editing at this point, hit me up. I'll help you out. All right, guys. So once again, we are giving away the Crazy Claw Machine from candymachines.com. You can see what it looks like there on your screen. Soon we'll have some video available for you to see it in action. But I will say, these are, the new style machines with those rimless corners. So you've got the kind of views all the way around the fronts and sides of the machines without anything restricting you from seeing the playfield or the claw or all that good stuff. We're going to give one of these away in 3 months. The date is going to be July the 31st. So I want to say quickly say thank you to Andy from candymachines.com for working with us on this deal. Myself, Matt from Galaxy Games 843, David from Xtreme Vending, the guys over at Quick Play, Eli and Cody, and Jonathan with the Howard Hospitality Group, all working with candymachines.com to bring you this next Claw Crazy giveaway. So guys, all you need to do to sign up is just fill out that simple form in the Discord server. One more reminder, it's in the tab that says giveaway, candy machines, claw, crazy, 31-inch claw machine tab. Again, look for the rocket ship on the left-hand side of your tabs. Click in there. There's a link to the form. Fill out the form. Then you're registered to win the Claw Crazy Claw Machine, again, from candymachines.com. So, guys, get those forms filled out. We're giving it away July 31st. So get signed up. Cool. Yes.
Aw, this is nice.
This one from Tinker's Toy and Hobby says, love how transparent and helpful you are. You all are. Yes, that's correct. Even though some of us have been accused of staging things. Just so you know.
Yeah.
White Tiger Vending LLC says, yes, appreciate all the advice. Thank you. Yes. We love to help. That's why we do this.
All right. Here we go. Oh, we got a super chat.
Another super chat. Let's see what it is.
Did we get this one? I'm not sure. We'll see.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, we did. Sorry.
We did that one. We did that. Well, okay. Dino's getting recognized again, but 720 Vending just jumped in with another super chat.
Okay,
so
let me pop that one.
Let's give him his own air horn, though.
Sure.
Here we go. All right. 720 Vending in the house with a $5 super chat says, can't wait to do my collections from my claw machines this weekend. Content coming soon. Love helping everyone.
Love it.
Bet you'll be pulling some nice thick stacks of cash from those machines. So good luck to you with that.
All right. Oh, it sounds like, okay, this is a good update. Here we go.
I was wondering how many of you do fluff and fills? Do you guys ever do where you just go put more stuff in? And
absolutely. Yeah. Typically like my game store, the ice cream shop, things like that. We only really collect from once a month or every 2 weeks at the ice cream shop right now. But in between, we're always like adding plush or just stopping in, making sure everything's working good. I was just at the game store this past weekend and I had to fluff up the key catcher machine. In fact, we need to go back and add more plush. I didn't have plush with me at that one, but I'm always stopping in, fluffing it up, making it look nice, making sure those eyes are looking at the players. Thanks to you.
Well, because you guys get pizza every week, right? At that pizza place.
Yeah. We stop at the pizza shop every week too. And oh God, I felt so bad. There was a little girl playing and she didn't win and she was upset.
I think that's what's the difference between us as vendors versus a Pelican, whatever those other companies are. Sure. We take pride in our machines, and like whenever I go out and I'm like by my location, or I'm eating at a place where my machine's at, or if I'm just driving by, I so many, like, you guys have no idea how often I check these locations with my brother and such. We're checking on these machines. We do weekly checks, and we just go around a lot of times, especially our busier locations. We do a lot of fluff and feels. So
yeah, I think that's a common practice for a lot of us. I mean, we may show us going to a location once a month on video or something like that, but there's, it's not as passive as everyone thinks. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff and a lot of work that goes into just checking up on things, maintenance, repairs, cleaning, all kinds of stuff like that.
Sounds good. I feel like that's not covered enough. I feel like a lot of people think that we just go in, one time and take out the money.
That's a great point. Maybe we need to feature more stuff like that in the content as well. I think you're onto something there.
Yep. I like those fluff and fills.
Absolutely. All right. We got a comment from Crypto Hunter says, I said yes to the mall today, by the way, guys. My first contract ever. 6 locations. Nervous, but my wife and I are so excited. Congratulations. That sounds awesome. Cool. Very cool.
Back to the fluff and fill. We just did that actually last week because we have that route that's like an hour and a half, almost 90 minutes away from us, and we put a new machine in. But the other locations in the town, we didn't need. It's not time to fill and collect or anything. So we just did the same thing. We just ran by there and took in and filled up them and left. So totally do that all the time too when it's time for sure.
Jen, you're going to make me make a video about it. So
I just know a lot of vendors will do they'll do their route every 2 weeks, but they'll do it in a way that they hit all their spots and fluff them.
Totally.
You can definitely tell by having a credit card how much that helps.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. All right, here is a question from Zombie Slayer 95. Cool name, by the way. It says, I got a question. Is putting a claw machine in a hospital gift shop a good idea? I think that one could go up or down, honestly. I think there's going to be some reasons why it would be good, but I can also see some reasons why it might not do so well.
So our hospitals is a little different because like it has a nonprofit associated with it, and then they do the gift shop. So then the money goes to the nonprofit that helps the hospital. So I think it would depend on, is the hospital gift shop making money for the hospital, or is it a nonprofit, or that kind of thing. So that's kind of the question is how are they set up? Like ours is maybe a little different than most, but a lot of times the gift shop's made to make the hospital money to help pay for things, So you definitely have a commission there for sure, and depends on what that is, I guess.
I would just worry about the foot traffic. That's the thing I'd be most concerned with, because the people that are, in the hospital gift shops are mainly looking to buy flowers or balloons or something for a patient in the hospital. You know what I mean? Now, the other reason why I said it might be a good idea, though, is because, like, I'm thinking about when I had my kids, or when Mrs. Galaxy Games 843 had our kids, and we were in the hospital for, a couple days. Like, there were times where I was just, if I could get away and go play a claw machine, yeah, I totally would. But that's not going to be the norm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd almost want it to win every time.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I could see vending machines doing really well.
Oh, I would visit the vending machines multiple times per day during those hospital stays for sure. And they had a huge bank of vending machines in the cafeteria and a bunch in the waiting rooms all over the place too.
Yeah, because a lot of times the cafeteria is closed, so then the only option you have at like 2:00 in the morning is vending machines, so they can get hammered. So.
Exactly.
Question for David.
All right, another one from Crypto Hunter says, so David, is Kenichi Claw a better business than your claw business so far? How's the profit comparison?
I really like the arcade. It's automatic. You got a lot of there. So far, no issues being automatic. I have great security. The mall security really loves us, and they're always over there. My neighbors next door, if they hear anything going crazy because of their thin walls, they call security for me too, and they watch out for me.
Nice. That's good to have that relationship.
Yeah, so the people are really nice to me, and everyone likes us. We're really loved over there. The management likes us, so I'm having a lot of fun. I feel like I'm going to continue to expand my claw machine route, obviously, as I'm doing that. But as for the Kenichi Claw, I want to do another one. So as long as I, can, I'm going to try to find a second Kenichi Claw and go out there and get me another space, because it's really, like right now it's pretty profitable, and I just go there once a week.
I'm going pretty good.
Yeah. Awesome.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is a good one.
This one from Claudad says, starting this business with my kids was one of the best decisions I ever made. That's so cool. Absolutely.
I think it is too. Yeah. It's funny. I was, when I got my shipment in, the kid, his name is, I hope he doesn't mind me saying, his name is Devin. Really nice kid. He did a delivery today for me, and he's unloading it. I'm just talking to him because I love, I'm raised LDS Mormon. And so, as a Mormon, we always talk about what we really believe in. Well, I really believe in claw machines to like my core. You know how I am. So like anytime and I do this to every delivery person, but this kid was different. He was 28 years old, and I'm talking to him about the claw machine business, and he just started telling me about his life. And he's like, I'm from California. It's like me and my girl, man, I work 5 days a week. I'm on the road delivering all over the United States. And he's like, I see my girl twice a week, and then I do this again. And she's working all the time, and we can't even barely make it. And I was like, well, he's looking to get this promise. He's going out to great. He's in Southern California by Disneyland, so that really thanks a lot to him. And I was like, look, that street, I can think of a few places down by Disney that hasn't even been touched with these machines. I'm like, if you ever got those locations, it's going to be like Disneyland. being in Disneyland by Disneyland. But anyway, so I had a great talk with him, and it gave him really a lot of hope. And so I don't know if he's going to go look it up or whatever, but it was really fun. And then it's really cool because he went to delivered some more claw machines at one of my friends and slash competitors. And they delivered. He was like, "What? I'm dropping off more claw machines." And then he asked them if he knew me, and I guess they called me up after and like, "Yeah, we talked to that delivery guy. He seemed really interested in claw machines. He's like, he really liked you, and we talked about you. So it was really fun to talk about." So he dropped off more claw machines, and so it was funny. So
Nice. Anyways, what else we got, Jonathan?
Is it coming up?
No, there's nothing coming up on the screen right now.
Oh, I just put it up.
There we go. Now it's popped up. This one from Jonathan Weber says, "You are all awesome. Great info. I appreciate the transparency and watching all of your journeys. Shout out to Tinker Toys and also great content." Absolutely.
Well, it's
Thank you
really
for that.
awesome. You got Jen Van, the president of the NBDA, coming on here because she loves to talk to the community. So how cool was that? The president of a bulk organization coming on here. I mean, I can't wait till next Vegas. But you guys, if you haven't already done it, first baby to Vegas, man. Jen is just so wonderful. Matt and Johnson. I love taking on them and messing with them in Vegas. And you guys just need to come to Vegas next year to support everyone because they're here to support you. So, yeah. And it's a fun trade.
It's just funny, too, how, from 2023 to 2024, how much the group and the NBVA have grown. Mm-hmm. So it was awesome seeing that group photo in 2023, but the group photo in 2024 was like head and shoulders above the previous year. So I can only imagine what next year is going to be like. And
we should take one at the seminar too.
Yes, absolutely. We encourage everyone to join us in Vegas every year for the NBVA show. We encourage everyone to join the NBVA. Super valuable information. Lots of great seminars prior to the actual amusement show. And now we've got the president here with us too. So
it's very cool.
And I did see the comment about moving the show because we are a co-hosted show. It will be in Vegas for the time being because there is a signed contract. And so that's why it's not going to other places right now. It'll be in Vegas because it's a central location and the amount of hotels can accommodate all the people.
Oh, sorry.
Trust me, you guys, you want us to be associated with the AMOA conference and going on and laser tag and all that too, because I mean, it makes a huge expo and there is stuff that filters into our business and it's just awesome. Like the amount of deals that can be made and people you meet and everything that's going on. I mean, I think it would be, it's nice to have the AMOA tied into what we're doing. So it's good to keep that contract going because we would definitely want to have that show along with ours and everything else that goes on. So
I remember one year before I started going to the show, they tried having it in New Orleans, right?
So
was that 2020 maybe?
2019 was in New Orleans.
Okay.
And they did that because there was stuff going on at the convention center. But it used to be that it would go different parts of the United States, like Hawaii, Florida. We don't do Florida anymore because IAPA is there.
Sure.
It's just they've found that they can get the best deals in Vegas and to accommodate all the different industries. So for right now, it's going to stay in Vegas.
I don't think any of us mind going to Vegas, honestly.
No. I like it because
I've been to Dallas, and the New Orleans one was fun, but it was like the week we got home from that show was the week everything shut down for the pandemic.
Wow.
It was a great show for me because I was the national vendor of the year. So I loved that show, but it's different.
Totally. Oh, do we have another super chat? Yes, we do. This one from Waco's Car Wash channel, Elevators and More, another $5 super chat. Talking about the weather, said today our high temperature was 93. Felt like 103. It was 92 here in South Carolina today.
Yeah, it's supposed to get 102 next week here.
There you go. There you go.
It's time for me sleeping inside my house and never going out. Just never. Well, that's why. Like,
are you sleeping out? Are you sleeping outside other times?
I mean, I'm never leaving, is what I meant. So during the summer, I just become a hermit in my house, and I'll become really white because my skin won't see the sun. But what's great is when I do this, and this is like something great, and it doesn't have to be an EV, but EVs have this technology. I love having the ability to turn my truck or leaving my truck on at all times.
Yep.
And just be able to do my route and then hop back in and never have my vehicle off. It's just on the whole time. And so I always have an ice cold vehicle, no longer having the sun making that vehicle 140 degrees when I come back in. So it would have been perfect for if I did snack and soda machines.
Oh, all right. We've got a question from Alex Laredo. Wants to know, and it's a random question. He says, if I were to buy a mini crane, am I able to use an MEI 4-in-1 DBA, or do mini cranes only accept NIAX readers?
I got a good answer for this one.
We'll take it because I'm not familiar with the MEI 4-in-1 DBA.
It depends on your connection to the DBA. So we ran into this issue, which I had to call Matt because I didn't know what to do. So we got some coin changers actually from Jen. And when they showed up, one of the DBAs was old, and so I was replacing the DBA. Well, come to find out, it's a 24-volt system, and all the DBAs that we have on hand are the one like you get in the new minis. They're all the 110 9-pin connectors. So my DBA won't work, and you can't just plug any DBA. You can't just find like transform the power, like you said, Matt. It is what it is. So the only way to do it is actually to change the actual power connection on the DBA to get it to work with the right system. So we had to order parts from Pyramid to basically swap out on the DBA and a cable that you plug in your computer and update the firmware and all kinds of stuff. So it depends on the DBA. I'm not familiar with the MEI DBAs very much either. We only have 4 of them, but they came with some of our minis with them on them. So it depends on the connector, it depends on the system. Most of them run on the 110, 12 volt turned into 110 connectors. So it just depends on that. And then you can do any credit card reader you want. So you can, even 720 Vendy's running Cantaloupe readers on his machines, but the other options are NIAX and Kiosoft.
So
I just one that he's talking about, one that doesn't do pulse.
That's what I'm pulling it up right now.
It's meant for the full line machines.
Yeah, this is MDB. This will not work on claw machines.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen real quick so we can all take a look at it together. So that way everyone knows what the heck we're talking about.
Yeah.
So this is the MEI 4-in-1 dollar bill acceptor and credit card reader, and as you can see, it is a 24 volt MDB, so not pulse. Right. So this would not work on your claw machine.
Yep.
So you have to avoid this.
Are you getting like one of those Viver ones that don't have the bill acceptors on there? Because like I know CanyonMachines.com. They sell claw machines, and they have a nice package to add a credit card reader on there, the NIAX reader. Rainy machines come with the DBA, and you can add the NIAX reader or Kiosoft or whatever. Yeah. Pop them right on there, and they're already pretty much pre-wired. There's a little bit of soldering but you can do the comfort on your kitchen table for the NIAX reader, and Kiosoft just plugs into the DBA directly. So. Yeah, and then Canyon Machines, like I said, Canyon Machines will do it for you. So I'm just kind of curious what kind of mini you're going for. If it's the Viver ones, I say stay away from Viver.
Another one. Here we go. This one from Neon Starship, a $2 super chat, says, "Hey all, hope you all are doing fan-friggin-tastic. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that." All right, PA Pokemon Pools giving us some info. Says GameStop is having a sale on, I'm sure he means Squishmallows, but he says Sawishmallows and anime figures. Buy 2, get 1 free. Perfect for prize lockers. Thanks, PA Pokemon Pools.
Nice.
It's good advice.
Representing more East Coast over here. There we go.
Did you guys buy your Legos on May the 4th be with you?
No.
I missed May 4th. Oh, I didn't even realize it's been past May 4th. I didn't know we were past that. Dang it. My mom, she thought, this is so embarrassing. She thought it was March 4th. And she did like that. I'm like, don't do that, Mom. What are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, because they March 4th. I'm like, no, it's May 4th. Oh my gosh, but we missed that. So, dang it, I missed May 4th. I didn't even realize we're in May 8th. I'm just kind of just so busy all the time. So.
Well, we've been talking about it because we reminded everyone that Cinco de Mayo to have your machine stocked up for those things for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Hero 3 says, Howard, I hope to see some full line videos soon again. Those are your best videos.
I'm excited for this new location, and I think it's going to be a good one. And I think we're getting, hopefully it works out. The machine that we're getting is something new to us, so it might be nice to feature it for people too. That because it's a combo unit, but it's like a 6-wide combo unit is the one we're trying to get. So it'll be new to us. So I'm hoping to kind of do a video on how to set them up because I was so lost in the beginning with full line. You guys, a lot of people think you buy a full line machine and it's just ready to go, and that's not the case. And Matt knows as well as I do that there's tons of time that you have to put into like each row is a certain thing. You got a certain amount of motors that work on each row and each space, and like getting everything organized for what you're putting in each row. So, because a lot of times you don't want a certain thing in a certain row, and so then there's the programming on the computer side of getting everything. So when they actually buy that item, it's connected to the right thing with your credit card. And so there's a lot that goes into it. So I'm wondering, I've been sitting here thinking about how it'd be nice to do a video for people on how to actually set up a machine when you first get it, because there are some videos like with Wittern and stuff, but it's not that they're not very explanatory on what's going on, so it's kind of hard, you kind of have to do a lot of thinking on your own. So luckily you have people like Matt that can help you, because otherwise I wouldn't know what I'm doing. So yeah, they like your chair, Jen.
Yes, Jen with the president's chair. That chair does look comfortable for sure.
My boyfriend calls it the princess chair.
The princess
cool.
chair.
It's cool.
Have you ever tried to cosplay as Princess Leia? I think you'd be a cute Princess Leia.
Oh, yep. I should. I do like Princess Leia.
Well, you just missed May the 4th.
Yeah, I know.
Well, true. I have a Rey lightsaber, so that's going to be my Halloween costume.
There we go. All right, Jen, Waco wants to know, how long is your term for president of the NBVA?
For 2 years.
Or longer.
Yeah, and then if I get revoted.
That was a fun day.
Which I have a good feeling you will.
Yeah.
All right. Bralacon says, good evening, everyone. Another question for Jen Benz here. Says, which bulk machine do you prefer or use more on your route? Do you prefer Northwestern or Eagle Oak machines?
So my route's pretty split on both of those. So I use both of them. I use the Northwesterns, and then I have a lot of Oak Eagle. So those ones usually have the sticker machine on the top, and then I have a lot of racks that have the 2-inch Northwesterns. So it's pretty even. I think the Northwestern's a way easier machine to use as far as getting in and out of a place, but an Eagle is a lot harder for someone to break into. So that's my 2 cents.
Good to know.
Nice.
Good to know.
That's why she's here, for the knowledge.
A lot of good questions today.
Well, and also with Eagle, you're going to be able to long-term be able to keep upgrading your mech. I'm really hoping that NEN continues to keep making the smaller mech with higher coinage. So that's one thing to consider when you're trying to decide between those two is, are you going to be able to long-term get higher coinage? So with Eagle, you can get up to $1 on the small machine. So
nice. Claw Crazy Arcade. Now these are the guys I'm telling you about that has that machine that we're giving away. It's their design. They worked with CandyMachines.com to design that machine. So go check them out too. They've got some really cool stuff. I've seen all their arcade pictures, and we got to hang out with them in Las Vegas. It was really cool. But they want to know, how many Pokemon cards do you give at a time in your electronic Pokemon machine? And typically I do 2 cards plus the folder is what I do in my machine.
Yep, same here. We do. Ours are bulk, so they're not electronic, but we do 2 cards per sleeve.
Yeah, I did the same when I just had the regular mechanical machine too, like the sticker machine. All right, here's one from Level Up Vending. This one's for David. Says, since you've been using Rainy machines or minis for years now, how has the maintenance and repairs been over the years compared to Candy Machines, minis, or Golden Houses? Can you answer that question?
Well, I got lots and lots of Rainy machines out there. I only got one Super Mini and one Golden House, so I have not had very many maintenance, if any maintenance, on any machine, honestly. I mean, behind me, behind
Knock
my
on wood.
microphone. Yeah, knock on wood.
Yeah,
Here,
famous
Jonathan,
last words, right?
No, so this right here, this is an OG Mini right here. This is my very, very, very first one that I got. If you look at my old videos, I retired that one because that's my very first, and it's not on site. But I have its sisters and brothers, I guess you can say, and they're 5 years old, and they're still chucking along and zero maintenance and stuff. Occasionally, you get a machine that you need to replace a gantry or a power supply. Super simple, super easy to do, low cost. I mean, but they've well lived their lifespan and made tens and tens of thousands of dollars, most of them. So, and it's just obviously you got like several hundreds of claw machines out there, and very, 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 very rarely do I ever have to do any maintenance. It's usually the typical like coin jam, which all machines will face that. So
Sure.
if I were to say compare it to a Candy Machines or a Golden House, I think they're probably all the same in the quality, like where they're going to last you a long time. You get a Golden House, you get a Super Mini, you get a Rainy machine, they're going to last you for a long time. So, yeah.
All right, so it looks like Level Up has a follow-up question, but then Jonathan just took it off the screen. There we go. He says,
I got click happy.
He's giving us the too long didn't read version. Says, what is the typical lifespan of your Mega Minis in your opinion? How long would you say they would last?
I have no idea. They're still kicking. I mean, my OGs are still kicking. They're 5 years old. Mega Minis are only 2 years old now.
I think so.
They're doing really well, and they made their money back in like their first month, most of them. So it's like, how long will they last? I hope forever, but who knows? I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna have to do maintenance on it, and that's the thing. Like, when you do these claw machines, they're all super simple. They're like, okay, let's say a gantry finally gives out, like a motor goes bad. It's not. It takes 5 minutes to replace the gantry, and you can take it home and try to fix that motor and swap out the motor if you wanted to. But I never done that because I just take 5 minutes to put the gantry in there. The gantry was like $50 or $60 or whatever, and so it made me thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of dollars just for a $60 repair. Not a big deal. And then power supply is like $30 or whatever, and that only takes 5 minutes to replace. Motherboard, 2 minutes to replace. 4 little screws and popping out all the little pins and then of the connectors and just pop them back in. Motherboard's super easy. So like, if you ever have one that goes bad on you, they're still good working machines. You just need to replace that one little part. So that's why I say, like, man, maintenance is easy on these things, and they last for a long time.
They're actually a lot better built than you think, to be 100% honest.
Totally.
They go through a lot of play in the time that, and like one joystick and one button we've replaced in 3 years on our minis. Yeah, that's it.
Right.
And the whole time we've had it.
And I know my Mega Minis, they get a lot more action than all my other machines. I mean, I just did a collection, and I know some of it is the credits are going to be giving you bonus credits and stuff on the place. But I did a month-long collection. I just took the numbers just to see how much it did according to the screen, and it said 6,000 credits, which is $1,500 in the month. And so it did well over 50. So the machine thinks it generated $1,500 in sales, but it did 1,500 plays, honestly, is what it did in that month. So the machine played but it was probably like, because all the bonus plays like $1,200 or something like that, it did in that month. So because I give out bonus plays when you do credit cards. So but it did 1,500 plays in a month.
Totally.
On that, don't you keep a lot of the extra parts with you when you?
Oh yeah, and you should always have extra parts or extra machine on you if you want to. Like, there's been a few times where there's a maintenance happen where, like, because there's stuff that happens that I've never experienced before. So there was one, and I had an answer gantry. So this is a good example. So when I missed that live stream on Wednesday last week, the next day I was in another route and I was in Payson, and it just so happened that I have one of the original Mega Minis in one of the locations. Now, the original design of the Mega Mini, the very first model, was their first model. They used a gantry that it didn't work that well, and Rainey's since changed it, but it finally gave out. So it lasted 2 years, and I always have an extra gantry on me, so I went and did that 5-minute replacement on there, and so I had that part, and it was just working on it and just putting it back on, but it did something different though. Like, it was completely dead, and I thought it was the motherboard, so I went to go get the motherboard, but then I thought about it. I'm like, it's I've never really had a motherboard go out on me. I've only had a gantry, and this is the old gantry version. So I ended up just plugging in the gantry instead of taking it all out. I just unplugged the one and plugged in the other one, and sure enough, it started working. So I'm glad I did that first. It was just really weird how that gantry didn't have any life into it. Like, normally it's just a motor. Like, everything about that gantry was just like, I'm dead. So but that was, like I said, the original model of the Mega Mini, and she's changed. Like, Rainey's changed so much on these machines. She's constantly
When you say that it has helped you by keeping with mostly all Rainy stuff, that everything that you have out on your route, you could have one machine with you and you have all the available parts, and why it's pretty important to maintain the consistency with the machines that you're putting out so that you're not ping ponging on the different kinds of claws. Because I know that for me, it's really hard. I have about 6 different claws, or
oh
actually
yeah
that are out. And so sometimes I'll like go out into my van to grab an extra claw and it's the wrong one.
Yep.
oh
Or
yeah
it's
I
like
can see
I
that.
don't have the right size coil, or, so wouldn't you say that because you only buy Rainy things, that has benefited you
Oh,
in the
definitely.
consistency of your route?
Right,
Yeah.
that's 100%. So there's a good example on that. I'm sorry, I'm talking so much. Am I
You're
taking
It's
fine.
up too
good.
much?
We missed you, man.
yeah,
Talk all you want.
you're making up for lost time. And all I can think of right now is Southwest Airlines only runs Boeing 737. So it's like, that's kind of the same business model. They use all the same equipment, so therefore they always have all the parts needed in stock. And I thought they just tied together here.
And I think
I,
that that's important for bulk too. If people are choosing bulk equipment, pick a brand and stick with it. Like, I got asked about the different types. Pick one.
yeah.
I just happen to have a lot of both, but so that you have all those available parts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's really good advice. Run what you are comfortable with. Run with what you have keys for. We talked about that at the convention. Was that you that even talked about it, Jen? Talking about all the different keys and stuff, and like, if you have a key, I do have a bunch of keys, by the way, from my but that was because I was doing snack and soda machines, and each soda machine I had was different key. And then
Yeah.
I tried doing other things, like I got this. I don't even know what the name is. Don't ever get it. I don't even want to talk about that. That was a bad investment. I was just new and excited, and that was when I was learning.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
weird. It had a big TV screen, and you play a game, and you get like a 4-inch capsule, and it was this weird thing I bought, and I hated it. So no one liked it, not even the customers. They always felt scammed. I always felt bad for them when they would buy a capsule, because it would be, you would have to play the game whether you won or lost, then it would dispense the capsule. And so if you put in enough money to buy 2 capsules because you got a bulk deal, you had to play the game twice, and it was so boring. The game was, I was like, just give them the capsule, let them walk away.
Right.
So anyways,
Well, we're in the process of going to a different manufacturer for our machines now too. So we're just like Jen's talking about. We're gonna have to change everything, but we're ordering all the extra parts with our machines for that reason. So we have them on hand. We have backup and stuff. So it's definitely something you want to look and plan ahead for, and what you're ordering, and making sure that you you're getting what you want to get and that you're going to stick with it, because it does make a big difference. So, because we have a lot of the same machine from the past and we have all the parts for those. So, hopefully, we'll only have two different styles, but it definitely does make a difference. You're right, Jen, 100%.
Oh, looks like we got another super chat. This one coming in from Frosty Arcades. Haven't heard that name yet.
Nope.
$4.99 super chat. Thank you very much for that. It says, hello, everyone. When is the next NBVA event and how early can we purchase tickets? Well, Frosty, we just happen to have the president of the NBVA here with us tonight. Jen, you want to tell us more?
So it's in Vegas. Don't quote me on the exact dates.
Mid-March.
It's
right?
March 18th. I know 18th is one of the days of the convention. But if you go to nbva.org, you can get all that information.
Yeah, like Natalie said, it's always on our anniversary, March 18th, every year.
But you can sign up whenever, though, right? You can.
You can sign up whenever, and then we're going to be having some seminars and different things going on. So,
yeah,
very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Harvey wants to know, what are everyone's thoughts on the $2 and $3 win every time machines?
Well, some states require you to do win every time, so those are great for
I feel like Washington does, don't they?
Yeah, Washington.
And I believe New Jersey.
Yeah, I think it's Jersey.
New Jersey, yes.
If you have a permit, you can not. But
so New Jersey does a little bit different. You know, they also allow gambling machines in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And vacationing on the Jersey Shore many times. In fact, this is where I got the idea to put the winners' pictures in all my machines when I do that. But you could have regular claw machines like you're talking about, which are win every time, or you can get a gaming license.
Yeah.
Just like you would a slot machine or a casino, and then you can set your ratios whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the setups are amazing. If you walk down you'll have to show pictures of those.
I know we would go to Wildwood, New Jersey, and it's like a 4-mile long boardwalk, and there's arcades like every probably 10 minutes of walking, and it's just like, it's awesome. They're extravagant claw machines. All of them have huge, crazy, expensive prizes in them. So you can imagine what the ratios are on those.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're terrible.
There's a lot of E-lots.
Yes, a lot of E-lots.
Yeah.
Those are nice. Very nice. Yeah, nice claw machines for sure. We don't run any win every time. There is a company that really focuses on Mighty Mouse claw machines. They really want you. That's their philosophy, is to run a win every time scenario. But with us, we've had really good luck doing $1 per play on our mini claws and been very successful with that. So we've never ran anything that was a win every time. So for us, we don't have a way to say which one works better or anything like that, because we've never run it that way. But some people like it, some people are required to do it, and some people don't like it. So it's kind of one of those things in the industry of we've never personally ran it that way. So I couldn't give you advice on that. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on that. We've always done $1 per play. Well, actually 50 cents, and then David told us to go to $1, which was the smartest thing we ever did. So,
Totally.
Yep.
All right, Austin B wants to know, and this is for Jen, do you use any Rhino machines at all?
I've had one, and it was on a rack. It was like the center. They didn't have any more beavers, and so the person had put a Rhino. I mean, it's a fine machine. My parents were in the industry. I have a lot of equipment, so I try to stick with either the Oak Eagle or the Northwestern. Some beaver, but I really, Rhino hasn't been around for that long, so it's not something that I, am going to go out and purchase. I have enough of the other equipment. So that's one of the main reasons.
And you can also tell, just look at what the way they're built and stuff, and check out the differences, because you can go online and see the way that Northwesterns and Beavers are built, and then look at the Rhino model, which is quite a bit less expensive, but there's a reason they're less expensive. But to get you into the business, they're a great opportunity for you to get started and buy something less expensive, get going, and then maybe upgrade to like a more expensive.
And far superior to any of the like knockoff plastic machines or the
Totally.
different promoter ones that have been out there that are like just all plastic, or the U-turns.
Yeah.
Venstars or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I would say of the like nondescript brands, like the Rhino is 100 times better. That's why I don't do it.
Oh, this is a great question. All right, this question comes from Waco. He wants to know, how long do full line vending machines last? So there's probably not just a one number I can give you, but what I will say is I am constantly seeing people still operating or still looking to change or sell vending machines from the 80s and the 90s. Those wood grain like AP machines, like those turning crank machines. Like I see full line machines that are 30 and 40 years old, either still on location or available in working condition on Facebook on a regular basis. So that should tell you they're going to last a long time, depending on a lot of things like, whoever the manufacturer was, or if parts are still available. So there's a lot of things that are going to go into factor into that, but they can last a really long time. All right, this one from Black Girl wants to know, would any of you get into creative vending with a full line machine? And it's something I've thought about. As a matter of fact, I was really looking at somebody that this week on Facebook, they took an old USI machine and they set it up with all kinds of like packs of Pokemon, boxes of Pokemon, like all stuff like that, which I thought was really cool. So it had my gears, my wheels turning in my head. But I've seen, I like to feature when I find like a creative full line machine that doesn't sell snacks or drinks. I like to feature it on my community tab on YouTube as well. Yeah. I've seen, dog toy machines. I've seen, of course, your typical eyelash or makeup machines.
Beauty ones, yeah.
Yeah, all the beauty stuff, like hair extensions and stuff like that.
A lot of schools are getting into them now too.
I've seen the craft ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen different like art supplies and craft stuff.
Yeah, I saw an Etsy person that had their store in a machine too. That they had cool. A QR code to their Etsy store, but you could buy a lot of their cool things in it at an airport.
That's awesome. And then, what were some of the ones we saw in Vegas? Like flatware, like if girls, girls, they like to wear their really fancy shoes, but by the end of the night, their feet are going to fall off because they're probably so uncomfortable. So they can buy like flip flops or flatware, different like comfortable shoes like that. I've seen all kinds of stuff like that.
Or the cupcake.
Yeah, the cake stuff. David knows that. Yeah, David knows that real well. David fell victim to that.
A lot of non big companies that are doing it now too.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Or at gyms selling headphones, different things like that.
Absolutely. Claw Crazy Arcade says the learning curve in this business can be expensive, but listening to other operators helps a ton. And guys, that's a great point, but that is a really great reason to make sure that you're part of the Discord, because there are so many people in there that have experience or maybe have tried something that didn't work well for them. And those are the kind of things that we share every day in the Discord. Yep. So always jump in there. If you're worried about if something's going to work, or if you want to see if anyone else has experience with something, toss it in the general chat and just let people respond to you and let people answer your questions and let people share their experiences with you. That's what the Discord's there for. All right, Level Up Vending. Another question for David. You've used both Kiosoft and Nayax for a while now. Do you see yourself completely using one device over the other, or prefer one over the other?
They both are great. So whatever you're comfortable with. I'm not going to try to influence you on one or the other because I like them both. So
for different reasons.
For different reasons, yeah. But the reason why I've been using Kiosoft, one of the big reasons I'm using Kiosoft more than at Nayax though, is because I got my card system with my credit card readers, like my arcades and stuff like that. So expanding with them makes sense. But if you're going to expand, do what you're comfortable with, do your research and just pick one. You're going to be happy with whatever you do, basically. So they both have their own pros and cons in their own unique way. Use Matt's discount code if you can. Support him. I mean,
If
Galaxy
you want
Games
some
A4
Niax
III.
readers, for sure.
Yeah, I saved enough money to get in so many Niax readers. I saved enough money to buy a whole claw machine. So using that discount code. So I'm really grateful for that. So.
Yeah, and if you guys ever have questions like that or whatever, I mean, David and I both have used both, and we, like he said, we like them for different reasons, and I really think there's pros and cons to both. And so if you ever want to get in like more of a deep dive, definitely give us a call or send us a message or something, and we can tell you the differences because there's quite a few differences, and the way they function is different. So they all do the same thing, but the way they do it is different. So it's definitely good to do your research because for what you're trying to do in your business and your route and stuff, one may benefit you more than the other, and there's no reason you can't have both. So you're still paying the same amount of money for either one. It just depends on which way you want to go, and there's benefits to both. So, but you can definitely have accounts with both, and that's okay too. So one for different locations and stuff. So, yep. Here's Jordan has a question.
All right, Jordan, I think this is a great one here. Jordan wants to know what are some scams to watch out for in the industry or ways newbies can get taken advantage of. So first, Jordan, I want to say make sure you join us in our Discord because we're always talking about these kind of things in the Discord. But one example I see all the time is people selling machines on places like Facebook Marketplace or something like that. And they get you reeled in and you might work out a deal and then they want a deposit. That is one thing you want to avoid at all costs. Never give money to a machine that you've never seen in person or somebody that you've never met, because that's typically when you pay the deposit, so to speak, and then you never hear from the person again. That's a common scam with vending machines or pretty much selling anything on like places like Facebook Marketplace.
I think anyone that guarantees you a certain amount of money is usually a big, huge red flag.
Totally.
Yep.
Or promises you that they're going to get you rich. There's like spiral machines. There's a ton out there, and they're constantly advertising.
One of the things
they'll
too
help
that
you get a route going for this amount of money. It's like they're just going to plop them in places and not ask the owners, and then you're going to go there and service your first time and realize you don't have a location.
Right.
Oh, that's awful. That's evil.
I think
totally.
a big thing that we learned in the beginning too is that is the amount of technology and parts and pieces that go into full line and claw machines and arcade games. So we learned the hard way that you really need to do your research on what you're buying. So like if you're looking at a full line machine, it may look great and it turns on, but it doesn't mean it works. And until you actually can go and make sure that all the parts that need
Test
to be
everything
working,
for sure.
yeah, like sure, like maybe it says, oh yeah, it takes credit card reader, whatever, and then you don't know that it doesn't because it's a model that came out pre credit card readers, and you can't even put a credit card reader on the machine. To everything with claw machines, whether or not they work, they may turn on, but it doesn't mean that they actually function. And without knowing how to run through and seeing, the numbers in the machine, and they say, oh, it's brand new, and then it's got 10,000 plays on it. You need to know how to check all that kind of stuff. So do a lot of research, get in the Discord, ask a lot of questions, and don't rush. Like, we were in a big rush to fill a location with some arcade machines, and I'd never even opened up the back of one of those things before we bought them. So, I showed up, and the guy opened them up and everything. And luckily, the guy was legit super nice, and he had ran his own route, and he was great. And he, talked to us about everything, showed us how to use it, and it was an awesome experience. But that doesn't mean that's the experience that you're going to have, and you may end up with something that doesn't work, or you bring it home and there's something wrong with it, you don't know what to do. So there's a lot of stuff going on in these machines that you need to know before you get in. So it may just not be like people trying to rip you off, but they don't know that you don't know anything, and that's maybe your downfall is not doing enough research. So
But Jordan or anyone else out there that is worried about scams or worried about not knowing what to do, again, ask us questions in the Discord. You can send us direct messages if you're afraid to ask in the general chat or anything like that. We're all here to help. So don't be afraid to reach out to us.
A lot of people do on the Discord.
You're gonna make mistakes in this industry.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's all about how you overcome those mistakes and what you learn, because I mean, every single one of us on this has made a mistake, but you're learning by making those mistakes. Just try not to make really expensive ones.
Yeah. Oh, I missed
All
the
right.
super chat too.
Oh, you missed. Do we want to do the super chat real quick?
Okay, yeah.
Because we're in our last 10 minutes, guys. All right. Next super chat coming in from Waco's Car Wash, Channel Elevators and More. Another $5 super chat says, do you all have advice for my YouTube channel? That's probably something we'll want to take offline. We could definitely talk about that, Waco, for sure.
Yeah. And then people can comment on your videos that are here that want to go check it out and see what they think.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Absolutely. All right, Red wants to know now, newbie here, for someone looking to start in the vending machine business, what are the top or most important things to be on the lookout for when buying a used soda machine, Dixie Narco or Royal? Well, the good news is those are two very well-known and common machines where you're able to find parts for. Some things you want to check. You want to make sure the machine gets cold. Obviously, those two machines are drink machines, so make sure the machine gets cold. I would also do motor tests, make sure all the motors vend properly. Those are the kind of things you want to look for when it comes to buying a used soda vending machine.
Yep.
Matt shows you in videos before I watched it. I wish I knew Matt when I was doing the my soda machines back then, because he showed me how to replace some of these motors, and I thought to myself, man, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would have been. You know?
No, it's more intimidating than it looks more intimidating than it is. Right. But you know what? I actually went out and bought one of those little laser like temperature taker things where you can just shoot the laser and
yeah.
I did that just for testing the temperature inside drink machines. Yeah, I don't know what my dog is doing. There we go. All right. Did you guys hear him? Like,
yeah.
I think my wife might have went to bed and he was just having a meltdown. So apologies for that. All right. Bill Lumberg also says, I don't have a soda machine, but I imagine the condition of the condenser or coolant level. Okay. Was that, I don't know if that wasn't phrased as a,
we were talking about it, so I put it up. So,
I was like, it wasn't a question. It was just more of a comment. Okay.
It wasn't a question. It was a comment.
Okay. All right. Level Up Vending says, I just learned last week it's okay to move a machine from a location that isn't making money. The business owner won't be mad at you. That's correct. Remember, they're a business owner, so they understand how business works.
Yeah.
And if they're not making money, they would close their business too.
Do it in the most polite way possible.
Yeah.
Thank them. I always thank them and stuff.
Absolutely. So. Yeah. You want to leave that door open.
So we're all caught up. I caught up. So let's talk about the giveaway since we got a few minutes one last time.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. David, you want to do it this time?
Because Claw Crazy is here in the chat now, so they can at least see their machine.
There you go, the Claw Crazy machine. Guys, we're so grateful for Andy at candymachines.com for having this wonderful giveaway. I'm so excited. What I really love about this machine is I actually kind of have some personal experience with this, with Kenichi Claw, a very similar machine. These things light up. It's 31 inches. They have that durable frame that's just pure glass, so you can see it through in every single angle other than the back wall, obviously. This thing is like just premium quality, and it just looks so good. The coat and finish. I mean, just look at the image right there. That thing is going to attract people. I think these are the future for larger claw machines, especially because I lost interest in large claw machines. As you guys may know, I'm mostly for minis. But when I saw this style machine, I absolutely loved it. And this picture, I mean, you can look at my Kenichi Claw. They get really positive compliments all the time. You have the option, if you want to. It comes with the coin mech. You have the option to upgrade that to whatever you want. You know, double bill acceptor, NIAX reader if you want to. This is a highly valuable machine, and you have the options to do the play to win if you want and such. And it has the double price detection system, which is pretty cool at all. And it's easy to maintain and has anti-theft locking system, which is also a nice feature to have. It comes with a 1-year manufacturer defect warranty, and it can come with you can order a cashless system if you want to. Anyways, but I absolutely think this is going to be it's 31 inches, so this is actually still, even though it's a full-size claw, you'll actually be surprised how easy this thing is to move around and place. I placed 20 of them in a day, so I know, or 16 actually, so I know how easy they are to move around. The wheels are pretty good. Anyways, love this machine, love this style. I think this is going to make you a lot of money if you are the lucky one to win this machine and have a location for it. So anyways, excited to do this with my friends, Galaxy Games, Quick Play, Howard Hospitality Group, and having Jen Ven with us as well. It's always nice to have her
Thank you,
here.
CandyMachines.com, for doing this giveaway.
Yes, thank you guys. We really appreciate that. And Claw Crazy too. I mean, you guys came up with an awesome design for this machine. Very cool.
I love the design. Like, this thing is so special. This is a really special giveaway. I think this is going to be fun to see someone win this one. Actually, once again, I get jealous. So, I mean, I can't participate.
Right. All right, guys. Well, it is basically that time. You know, we go for 2 hours, and we're just reaching that limit. So I want to say thank you guys all for coming back week after week. Don't forget to join us again next week, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on the Howard Hospitality Group YouTube channel. We're going to go live again. And if you didn't get to join us live, you can always find the replay on all major podcast platforms, because Jonathan over here will be uploading it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Jan. Again,
Yes.
we love having you.
Thank you for having me.
Here.
Appreciate you being here. Yes, you're welcome every week. So we love having you here.
I love having the quad here. I think it's much fun. It feels so alive.
I like it too. All right, guys. Anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
No, that's it.
All right. We'll see you next week, guys.